Dancing like there's no way he could fall. The world he sees is empty after all. Free to follow my lead. Free to follow, but careful what you say. He's always watching every step I take, mocking me with all of my charades. Free to follow my lead. Quiet winds that dim around the way. Find that peace got free to follow my lead.
When my head's buried in the sand, I can't seem to understand lessons I've been told. When I can hear a word you say, nothing left to do but pray. Hope I find my way to you. Run from the truth, but it comes back to hit me in the face like, ooh, damn, went too fast. Brought it all back just to wait for the crash. Tripped on the track and fell down flat. Got back up, then started to laugh. Look at that, getting mad at the hand I was dealt and the way that I felt on the days that I melt into the bed and the covers smothered. Wait and I worry and I wonder when I'm going under. Once again, got the thunder and rain replaying in my brain, waiting for the change. Storm gonna pass, but I'm still the same till the wind blows a different way. Ay.
just the